welcome back to my channel. I would like to talk about the Davis family in the season finale of Seeking Sister Wife. So Jasmine came over to spend the night to do like a little trial run of seeing how she would fit into the family, and they all go out, they have drinks, they get to know each other, and then they all go back to the hot tub, and she was asking like all these weird questions like what color would you say is your favorite color, and try to give a deep answer as to why. And I think this was just like her trying to impress Nick, because Nick acts like he's a really deep thinker. And then Nick decides to take Danielle to the side and check in on how Danielle's doing, because he doesn't want to do anything that's going to trigger her to suddenly move out again. And so he's talking to her and he's like, Danielle, I need you to tell me now, do you feel like you're okay with all this? Because if you're not, I will pull back because I care about your feelings. And Danielle was like, I'm fine, everything's fine, continue getting to know her. And Nick was happy, and he was like all grabbing all on her, squeezing on her booty. I don't know why the cameraman decided to zoom in on Danielle's booty so much in the hot tub. They all decide to go upstairs and get their big old bed ready so they can all sleep in it for the night. And man, I gotta give props to them. Like, I do not know how they would all want to sleep in the same room together, especially after we saw how it was. Like, some of them have to sit in the middle and they have to like squeeze out the side, because if you are one of those people that gotta pee 20 times in the middle of the night, you don't want to be one of those people sleeping in the middle, because you're gonna be that one inconveniencing everyone and crawling all over them to get out of the bed every single night. So they get the bed ready, and after I found out that Jasmine was allegedly dating them back in 2021, it made a lot more sense with how comfortable she was around the Davises in the season finale, because she was so comfortable. She just flopped right onto the bed. It definitely didn't seem like someone meeting someone for the first time. But they all get ready. They turn off the lights. They all snuggle in bed. Nick's in the middle next to Jasmine. And the next morning, Jasmine said she had a good time spending the night. And then they send Jasmine off on her way, and the whole family decides to sit down to figure out if they're going to continue dating Jasmine. So they sit down, and of course they want to hear everyone's thoughts one by one. And April was like, I feel like she's been a good fit. Jennifer said she felt like Jasmine was a really good fit. She was easy to talk to. Everything went so smooth with her. Then they asked Danielle what she thought, and her opinion was the most important to them, because Danielle is going to be the one that has to marry Jasmine if she stays in the picture. And I'm proud of Danielle, because she really spoke exactly how she felt. She didn't try to sugarcoat anything just to say what the family wanted to hear, like she has done in the past. And she's like, guys, I'm just gonna be honest. I like Jasmine. She seems like a cool person, but it just didn't feel super organic and natural. I want to be with somebody that I'm head over heels in love with, and I just wasn't feeling that with Jasmine. So I feel like we definitely need to keep seeking. And April was like, I agree with you. And Nick was like, I agree. I want you to tell us how you feel, but that kind of disappoints me because I was really liking Jasmine. And then Danielle was like, well, no, I'm confused and I don't know how to feel or what to do, because now that I know that you really like Jasmine, that's kind of changing my opinions about the situation. But I just want to be in love with someone where it's easy, where I don't feel like I have to work for it so hard and it just flows. Danielle said, I don't really have much experience doing stuff like this, because we haven't really went out and tried to seek otherwise. So maybe I just need to take a step back and deal with my feelings and try to get to know Jasmine so our love can continue to grow. And then April was like, you know what? You do have a good point, Danielle, because when we all met each other, it was just so easy. They didn't have to work for their love, and they could tell right from the jump that they were going to be a perfect fit for the family, and there's no questions like when it comes to adding Jasmine to the family. And so they sat down and they're like, okay, let's make our final decision. And April said, I think Danielle has spoken for the family and we should not date Jasmine anymore. And then Jennifer agreed Danielle agreed, and Nick said he was disappointed, but he was definitely going to agree. And they decided that they're going to continue to seek, but until they find someone that Danielle is head over heels in love with, then they're not going to consider trying to get any more serious with her. And I think that's a very good point. You know, it does scare me with the family because they have built such a strong family. It is so rare to bring together 3 different women and 1 guy that are all on the same page and just have the love that they do. And it's like you don't want to bring somebody in and ruin something that's going so perfectly right now or risk that, but they are still open to doing that. And they were talking about how they're so appreciative for each other, and I'm just so happy for them because they're a polygamous family that are actually showing that it can be done. I think that other families should take notes from the Davis family. Like, I like how he lets the wives go out and find other potential wives instead of it all being about him, and then he gets to know them only after the wives sign off their approval. I like that because it should be something that the wives want to do, not something that the wives feel like they're forced into doing and that they really have no say-so in. And he really makes sure that each one of his wives' opinions are valued, and I'm glad that they respected Danielle's opinion because I was a little scared. I felt like, okay, maybe she might speak up and then she might get some pushback and then she might be scared to speak up in the future, but they really respected her opinion and took it to heart. And at the end, they had like a little emotional moment. April started crying and they had a big group family hug. You know, I still don't agree with Nick not helping financially with the family, but it works out with their family. So, I mean, it's their family. If it works out for them, go off. But that is it for this video. I'm sure they're going to bring the Davis family back for another season to continue their whole seeking process. Do you guys think they made the right decision in choosing not to continue dating Jasmine, or should they have kept Jasmine in the picture? You know, like after those pictures came out that they were dating back in 2021, I was feeling like they already kind of knew that Jasmine either wasn't taking things too serious or they weren't taking Jasmine too serious. She's been in the picture since 2021 and she still hasn't became a wife, because you saw how quickly they moved with Danielle, and when allegedly Jennifer came in the picture, they wanted to hurry up and get married as quick as possible and grow that relationship, and it just didn't seem like they had that same energy with Jasmine. She definitely seems like a cool person that they would enjoy like kicking it with and having some drinks, smoking a couple joints with, but it definitely did not seem like she was a good fit for the family overall. But that is it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Check out my lashes and cosmetics at AccordingtoAmber.com. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.